Hey guys, what is up? This is Stephanie, aka the Limitless Babe, reminding you today and every day that you are limitless. Today's video is something a little bit different than I've done in the past. This is a movie review. So I enjoyed this movie so much that I just had to give a review about it, and my daughter enjoyed it, and it was just incredible. So today I am reviewing the movie Encanto from Disney Plus. So, ugh. I don't even know. I have so many great things to say about it. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. None of my videos are paid promos, so just know that these are always going to be my authentic opinions about anything. So if I'm telling you, I must really enjoy it. So as you can see, this is how much of a nerd I am. I actually took notes about all the things I wanted to talk to you guys about it because it was that good. First off, can I tell you that in the last 24 hours, my daughter and I have watched the entire movie twice. 24 hours, the entire movie twice, and I'm not losing my mind. I could totally watch it again. It was that good. I have been walking around the house singing the main song over and over again in my head. It's fantastic. So let me get to my point so that I don't just banter and ramble on and on and on and on and on. And heads up, if you guys hear a little whimpering in the background, that is my dog, my eldest of the two. She thinks it's mealtime every second of every day. So please, I assure you, she's fed. She's well fed. But she's going to probably come in here and cry and let me know that it is mealtime, even though it's an hour before mealtime. So no, we're good. All right, back to the points. Back to the topic at hand. Encanto. Sí, me encantó. Okay. If you didn't know, guys, yes, I am Latina. So I think that's partially why I really extra enjoyed this movie. I am not Colombian, but I'm Cuban. But you don't have to be Colombian to appreciate the culture and the similarities in all the Latino communities. I mean, there's so many amazing similarities. So, point number one, the music. Again, as a Latina, oh my God, I can't stop singing to these songs. I can't stop, when it was playing, I just couldn't help but move and sway. It was just beautiful. My daughter was so engaged in listening to the song. I have a great video. I'm actually going to try to pop a little clip of it on for you guys.
Just talk about myself. I'm only part of the amazing Madrigals. Who's all the amazing Madrigals? Ah, you're not going to leave me alone, are you? Casita, help me out. Drawers. Floors. Doors. Let's go. This is our home. We got every generation. So full of music, a rhythm of its own design. This is my family, a perfect constellation. So many stars and everybody gets to shine.
She is not moving. She just sat there this is great, Mom. So, I mean, it's fantastic. Great beats, great voices. Carlos Vives, I think, does the main song maybe? I don't know. I know he does one of the songs, but yeah, Carlos Vives is on the soundtrack, and it's just super enjoyable. Point number two. Where is my point number two? Okay. The representation. So another thing that I really enjoyed coming from Latina background is the fact that when you look in the family, you see it, as well as the neighborhood children. You see lighter children, you see darker children, you see more of the brown. So you have white, brown, black, you have a broad spectrum, because the reality is that, newsflash guys, if you didn't know, Latinos come in all shades. It used to frustrate me very much growing up. People would say, oh, you're Spanish, you look white. And there's nothing, I'm not offended by that. However, broaden your spectrum, broaden your horizons. Not all Latinos are brown. Okay, some of us are more on the fair side. Some of us are very dark. Some of us are black. Again, every country has all shades. It's just, we're a spectrum, okay? So yeah, one of my favorite parts was definitely the fact that they showed such a beautiful spectrum of all the shades of Latino. So, like I said, there are very light Latinos. There are very dark Latinos. So yeah, you can look at someone and think, oh, you're white, oh, you're black, oh, you're brown. And you know what? All three of those people can be Latino, because we come in all shades. So if you didn't know, now you know. All right? So I really enjoyed that aspect, the fact that they represented that and that they showed that, and it was so beautiful. And moving on. Number 3. Oh, yeah. The beauty of the setting. So, again, this movie is based in Colombia, and I've never been, but now I definitely really want to go. I mean, it was just so magical looking. It just beautiful. The landscaping and the clothing and just the house and everything. It was just so engaging and so beautiful. And I think that's also part of what engaged my daughter to want to watch, right? It was just, loved it. So point number 4. Oh, okay. So the main character, Maribel. Love her. Like, can we talk about amazing role model? She is just super sweet and super adorable. And my favorite part about her is her spirit. She had the most beautiful spirit and just very emotionally fit. I'm not going to give anything away right now. Later on, I'm going to discuss the characters in depth, and I will tell you, no spoiler alert in case you haven't seen it. But yeah, just know that she has an absolutely beautiful spirit, and like right from the beginning, you can just see it. And I really, really appreciated that, especially for something that's going to be, a potential role model for my child. I want to make sure that whatever she's watching, she's seeing something that I would love for her to embody one day. So it was definitely great. Thank you, Maribel, for being so nice. Point number 5. Okay. I have point number 5 in 2 sections here because, again, I was just kind of like taking quick notes. But overall, it's the message. The message of the movie is beautiful. There was a lot of aspects of it that I really enjoyed. I mean, obviously, every time I watch, I think I'm going to come out with something new to even love about it and a different part of the message that I didn't notice before, as is with everything. When you read a book over and over again, you consistently learn new things from it or catch new parts of it. And same thing with watching movies. So, a big part was, again, it's based in Colombia. It's based on Latino family. And I love seeing the family values. I love seeing the closeness. I love seeing the fact that everyone and this is something that, Maribel says, and I don't think this is really a spoiler, but like she keeps pointing out that like her family is so special and she is also special because she's part of it. So that's it. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just are because. That's it. You just are because. The end. No necessary, explanation beyond that, right? So I really love that part of the message. And I guess that kind of tags into the second part here is the fact that the message also shows the importance of being authentic and true to yourself, which is something that is very near and dear to my heart. It's something that I really aspire to try to do every day and also to teach my daughter. So I really, really, really appreciated that part of the message. So yeah, let me recap my points that I enjoyed. Number 1. The music. The music was beautiful and so fun and so happy. I loved it. The voices also. I was shocked when I looked up the cast list. I couldn't believe that these people sung their own songs. They all have great voices and I didn't even know. So, 1, music. 2, representation. Beautiful job, Disney. Great job on representing Latinos in the broad spectrum that we come in. Number 3, the beauty of the setting. So, yes, the beauty of showing how amazingly gorgeous Colombia is. Number 4, Number 4, Maribel. What can I say about her? She's awesome. And number 5, the message of the movie. So those are the top 5 things that I really enjoyed about Encanto. And now, spoiler alert, just so you guys know, if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know anything about the movie, maybe this is where you shut me off or mute me or whatever you got to do. But I am going to talk a little bit more in depth about the characters because, again, this is just part of what I really enjoyed about the movie. So, characters. Okay, so Maribel. I told you guys I love her and I said I would talk about why I love her and why her spirit is so beautiful. If you've seen the movie, you already know the thing is that, everybody in Family Madrigal has this special, amazing gift, like a unique, magical gift, right? Like the family is magical. And when they hit a certain age, they go and they, have the ceremony and they find out what their unique, special gift is. Well, Maribel kind of got the short end of the stick there, didn't she? Because she goes and she has her ceremony and no gift for Maribel. She is the only person in the Family Madrigal that has no gift. Well, technically has no gift. We find out at the end of the movie that she actually has an amazing gift. And I think just from watching the movie, her gift is her perseverance and her spirit and her just relentless positivity, her way of viewing the world. I think that's her gift, because it's just really, it was beautiful to watch. I really liked her. Also, I really, really, really love the fact that she's not your typical Disney princess. I mean, she's not technically a princess, right? But most of them aren't nowadays. I feel like I haven't watched them in a long time, but a lot of them aren't actually princesses anymore. But anyway, she is not your typical Disney main character. She is a badass. She is a heroine. She saves the day, and she does it with love and vulnerability and femininity, and she doesn't have to be anything that she's not. She just is who she is, and she's amazing. So yeah, Maribel is awesome. Another big thing about the plot, the message, the grass is not always greener. So again, everybody else has all these amazing gifts, and here she could very easily, Maribel could very easily sit there and say, well, that's not fair. How come this one is so perfect and this one is so strong and this one is so this and this one is so that, and I'm just here with my cute little glasses? Well, she doesn't think that way, though. She sees that everybody is awesome and she's proud of them. And we also see throughout the movie that those gifts are not all they're cracked up to be. So like her two sisters, I guess, are the main points that I'd like to point out. Luisa, who is super strong, and Isabella, who is just beautiful and perfect and literally like roses come out of her butt. I mean, not really, but like, I guess I shouldn't have said literally. And you know. So anyway, I digress. Luisa has a really fun song about, well, it's not fun. It's, you know, it's a very powerful song about the fact that there's so much pressure on her because she is so strong and she is the rock of the family and she's the rock of, you know, the village. She has to be strong. So I think that's something that a lot of us forget, is that we look at people that are strong and think, oh, well, they're good. They got it. Like, life is easy for them because they're so strong. No. Correction. They are strong because they have to be. They have had to build that strength because of the expectations and because of whatever they've been through and because of the adversity and obstacles. And it's not easy and it is overwhelming. And at a certain point, yeah, that pressure can build. And that can be a lot. So I really enjoyed her actually talking about it, because I think so many people are embarrassed or ashamed to talk about that. Like, oh, no, I have to just let the world think that I got this. No worries. You do got this, and that's great. But it's also okay to say, I've got this, but I'm struggling. So bravo again to Disney, because you guys really let us know that message, and it was great. And it's a good message for our kids to see. Like, they're going to go through these experiences, and you don't want them to feel like they're for some reason less than because, wait a minute, how come I am feeling the struggle? Because that's normal, kid. So anyway, her other sister, Isabella, is perfect. And, you know, I can't help but think, like, I guess, like, when people talk about, like, you know, the Instagram celebrities, right? Like, oh, their life is so perfect. Guys, you only see a portion of their life. You see what they want you to see. You see what they're willing to show you. And on the inside, there's a lot of other things that go on. There's a lot of other depth to their character. There are struggles. So, you know, like, she's over here trying to be perfect and show off this happy, beautiful, well, she's not really happy. She's actually kind of, pardon my language, she's a little bitchy. But we find out later that that's because of all the pressure that she's, you know, taking on herself to do what's right for her family. So when she's finally set free from that by Maribel, who reminds her, like, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to follow what you want to do and follow your purpose. Then she softens up and we see this other side of her. But I really enjoyed the fact that they're showing us, like, perfect ain't all it's cracked up to be. And it's okay to be yourself. And it's okay to be authentic. And it's okay to make something ugly. It's okay to make mistakes, because those mistakes are actually, on the other hand, very beautiful. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. I'm giving you a lot, but whatever. You'll be fine. Bruno. Ay, Bruno. Theo Bruno. We don't talk about him. but I'm going to talk about him. So Theo Bruno has these great, well, not great. So Theo Bruno has these predictions, right? That's his gift, is that he sees the future. But everybody wants to get mad at Theo Bruno because he tells them things they don't want to hear. But the reality is, guys, guess what? Not everything that's going to happen in your life is going to be great. And that doesn't make the person telling you or the fact that it's even happening either good or bad. It just is. These are just the experiences that we are meant to go through, and that's life. Okay? Like, stop trying to label everything as good or bad. It's just life. Now, he's the bearer of bad news because he's the one telling you, but it's not his fault. He's just telling you. Poor Theo Bruno. It's interesting because if you pay attention, in the one song that they talk about all the things, all the predictions that Bruno has had and why, we don't talk about him and why he's hush-hush. Everybody's kind of mad at him for predictions that, like, he didn't have anything to do with. Like, okay, he told you that your fish was going to die. He didn't kill it. It's just he saw that happening. And that's just what it is. He saw the other guy getting a belly. Okay, but he didn't put the food in your mouth. And one thing that was interesting, so some of his predictions are obviously things that can't be controlled, right? They're just objectively true, objectively what is. But some of his predictions were things that, like he talks about at one point about, this is fate, but obviously it can go either way. There's a possibility for things to shift either direction. And I can't see the full vision. Well, Isabella is predicted to have this beautiful life and, everything's going to be perfect and all those things. But ultimately she has choices that she can make. And she doesn't have to marry this one specific person just because Bruno said that this is how her life was going to go and it's going to be perfect. You can make alternate choices and your life will unfold in a different way, in the way that it's meant to, based on your choices. And it was also interesting, what was her name? Was it Dolores? I think so, the cousin. So, the cousin is told by Bruno that she is destined to always be the bearer of unrequited love. She's going to, and, we see that she's in love with Isabella's soon-to-be fiance, and obviously he's in love with Isabella and not her. But at the end of the movie, he finally sees, no, wait, she is the one. And, look, Bruno's prediction was wrong. And Bruno's prediction initially kind of says that Maribel is going to destroy the family and she's the reason for the cracks in the house. And then we find out, no, actually, she is the one, she's the savior. She's the one that pulls everything together. And, it's just so interesting that his predictions were so misinterpreted and so, people took it so seriously to the point where they were willing to let their life go according to what they were told versus making choices and accountability. So I thought that was really interesting. Maybe that's just my opinion, but, whatever. That's how I took it. So, yeah, Theo Bruno, his predictions, not good or bad, they just objectively are what is. But I love the fact that even though he has, this bad rap and he still so deeply loves his family and he still is trying to do the right thing. It's just, yeah. Ay, Bruno. Abuela. Like most abuelas, they want to keep the family a certain way, a certain image, especially old school, traditional. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I get it. They're used to things being a certain way. And I think that the newer generation that's coming in is becoming a little bit more conscious and a little bit more self-aware and a little bit more, again, not focused on being perfect or being viewed as perfect. We're focused on being viewed as ourselves so that we can be our healthiest selves, so that we can give our best. You can't give when you're so drained or so pressured or so restricted. You have to release all of that and just release all the pressure from yourself. And yes, do good. Do great things for other people. Be kind, be empathetic, be loving, but also do those things for yourself. And the best way you can be loving and kind to yourself is by allowing yourself to be who you truly are, and by allowing yourself to be authentic and vulnerable. And, Abuela has to learn this lesson. And I think that this is also a great thing that, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I hope this comes out right, but age does not always mean ultimate wisdom. I think it's important for the older generations to understand that, yes, you guys have lived, you have experience, and you have gained amazing wisdom that we all need from that, right? Like, you are teaching us your wisdom, which is beautiful. But maybe don't discount the fact that it's also possible that someone younger than you, even a child or a grandchild, could potentially tell you something that you may need to hear, that you may need to learn. Someone younger than you might have some wisdom in a different way than what your wisdom is. And it's worth listening to. So, don't dismiss the younger generations. That was another really good point that I enjoyed. Let me see my notes. Oh, back to Maribel. So Maribel realizes that she does not need acceptance. And I think, like in the beginning, she's definitely this people pleaser, and I want to just do for my family, and I want to make sure everybody's happy, and I want to make sure everything goes smoothly, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. But you also have to stay true to yourself and be happy being accepted by yourself. And yes, it's nice when we get the validation from our elders and from the people that we love and respect, but if you don't get it, that's okay. You still gotta, accept yourself and sometimes even stand up for yourself, and she shows us that message beautifully. So guys, I did have one negative. So Maluma is in this movie, and yay, like the cast is really fun. If you look up who plays who, like it's a nice cast. But I just kind of feel like if you're gonna have Maluma in it, shouldn't he have a song in it? And I get it, like it didn't really fit into the movie and like his role. Although, again, spoiler alert, he totally could have proposed in song. I'm just saying. But that's my only downfall in the movie. Other than that, I absolutely loved it, and I really, really, really recommend it for you guys. So I hope you get a chance to watch Disney's Encanto. So if you do watch it, please drop me a comment. Tell me what you think. Share your thoughts with others. But remember, spoiler alert, if you're going to say something deeply specific about the movie so you don't ruin it for others, they can kind of skip over your comments. But yes, go watch it. Enjoy. And before you do, stop. Before you leave me, you know what I'm going to ask. Please don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to my channel, and to hit that bell for notifications so that you can get alerts for videos like this and future videos. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Please also don't forget to share my channel with anyone that you think would enjoy it. Remember, I'm trying to cover a broad spectrum of topics. I'm trying to share different aspects of my single mama journey and things that I find helpful and enjoyable. Another point that I have to tell you guys, I don't know how I missed this point, but yes, this movie kept my 19-month-old fully engaged for the entire movie. The entire time. She sat there and watched the entire movie with me. She didn't get bored. She didn't get distracted. She enjoyed it. And that's amazing. So, yeah, if you have a toddler, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anything that can keep them engaged like that is really cool. So, she really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. We both really recommend it. So, yeah. So, again, guys, please don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell for notifications, like this video, comment below, and share it with anyone that you think would enjoy it. All right, guys, I hope you had a great time listening to my review of Disney's Encanto, and I hope you have an amazing day ahead. Don't forget, stay limitless. Bye. That's okay. It's very good looking.